at the stream. Hello, guys. Hello, how you guys doing? It's a last minute call, and I can see folks coming in just now, but I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, then I need to change because I had issues in the past with the microphone and also live stream. So another wave to everyone. Hi, Harry. Hi, Alien. How you doing? Hi, Alien. Hi, John Doe. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Mona. Julian. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. And yes, thank you very much, Alien. 5x5. So I think you guys can hear me. So this is good. So let's start the session. And all I want to say it's the market's falling. I've checked it about 5 o'clock when I came back, but then busy with the kids and stuff, piano practice. My daughter's back from school. Well, I noticed that the VIX has gone up from 25 up to 28. So it means that the sell-off is pretty aggressive. No one's it's more people selling than buying. The fear factor is there. So I thought last minute, 6:30, I thought, let's get on YouTube live, even though I've released a video today about dark trace. Normally I would not do like double videos now, but I thought, I'll come YouTube live session. But before I get my slides up, let me just adjust because what I see on my screen is not what I see on the, so I'll just sit back a bit. Okay, so I've got a presentation that I want to share. And the topic is really buy the dip. Do we buy the dip? Where are we just now? Is it a concern? Is it something that we need to address? So I've got a couple of stuff I really want to share because end of the day, market's nice, the news is nice, but we are retail investors. So retail investors should approach it differently. And I thought I just should really share what I think. And I'll try to switch front and back. I'm also monitoring the comment box here. I can see folks are chatting already, and I can see regular folks. But thank you very much. So one thing that I've learned on YouTube live session or any live stream, if you click the like button, people will get notification. People who never, because YouTube is funny, people don't get notification. But I'll appreciate if you click the like, and people who's not seen the notification, it might pop that on the screen and bring them in here so I can share all this key information. So what I want to do is my presentation will be about 20 minutes, impactful, share what I know, share what I see, share my views, hopefully recorded guys that's watching tomorrow, maybe guys from Singapore because it's a different time zone. You can watch this and within 20 minutes and a Q&A later on. I will just try my best to answer as many questions as possible. So which is good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to say a couple of final hello to Muhammad Ahmad. Should we buy the dip? Yes, that's a question I really want to speak about. Hello to Jun Tan Junhao, training master. Hello, how are you guys doing? Alien, you say you don't like Monday sell-off after the weekends. I know it's loads of people on Twitter saying that, oh, we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. It's quite funny when people say that. Yeah, everybody knew it was coming, but nobody sold everything. No one's 100% cash, but it sounds like everybody's 100% cash. So it's quite good. And Pauline Key, my friend from Singapore, you're still up. Oh my goodness, everybody's watching the market. It's all exciting. Okay. Let's go. I am energetic. Let's go. Let me try to share what I want to share on my screen. Share screen. I've got my presentation. It's got copied. Allow. Let me go back straight. Yes, here you go. Buy the dip. This is where I'm coming from. Let me make sure that the screen is right. Structure is right. Okay, good. So really, is it true buying the dip? Are we there yet? So as you all know, I use the VIX. But before I go, I really want to share what is today's agenda, okay? So today's agenda is really 4 key areas. Market outlook. Do we really want to buy the dip? But there's 3 key points I really want to share. I've shared my patrons today. I thought I really want to share the community. So I want to come live and share my views with you. So the stocks I'm watching, the stocks I watch, I've always pressed on saying that we can buy every stock, but there's always a handful of the stocks that I watch and maybe you watch as well. So we need to keep to that discipline that we can watch every stock, but we need to plan ahead. So times like this, I've already planned. If there was a dip coming, these are the stocks I'm watching. These are the buy triggers. I want to share this with you experience-wise, so hopefully you can adapt that in the future. The cryptos I'm watching, the cryptos are on the dip as well. And I've got additional stuff to speak about crypto. I've been researching about crypto for so long, so I really want to share about that crypto as well. Don't let it go because I think it's a millionaire maker. We are standing at the right point for crypto in 2021. And finally, market, the future, and my views. Okay, so I've got a really important last part. I hope you guys can stay there. And last part, it all triggered because I was speaking to my wife today I was angry about the crisis. I was angry about the government printing money so much. Very personal message. I was giving my wife a lecture. My wife said, why don't you go YouTube live today? That's why I'm here. I thought, yeah, that's the energy, Alex. That's the energy. So let's get to the VIX. The VIX tells a lot. I've started early this year. I think the discipline for 2021 was about the VIX. And I'm so glad in September, the VIX is still an indicator for us. So the VIX climbed up to 28. Okay, that was last I checked around about an hour ago. So before I came in, I saw it was still 28. So it climbed from 24, 25. I thought it was settled down, but boom, it went up again. So what it is saying, people are still selling. I've not caught on Twitter, but I can see the likes of Jim Cramer, everybody is going, all the fund managers that I follow are starting to doubt themselves within the last 2 hours. You know, the tweets they show, they say, oh, we should buy the dip. And then suddenly things are changing. So I don't know what news coming up, but it's not on the news media yet. But we use indicators to where we are. So I like to go into the detail of the dip, and this is how I plot my detail on Yahoo Finance. I got 50, 100, 20, 200-day moving average, and I use the Bollinger Band, okay? The Bollinger Band is critical on the VIX because it helps to color your chart. I've got a screenshot here, but you can zoom front and back if you want. So for me, is it over? This is where I'm coming from. This is where I'm sharing key on the VIX, okay? At the moment, it's standing about 28. It looks really good. As you can see, 28, it's its highest the last sell-off, around about the mid-June area, the last, key sell-off. That was for like a day. It was like a flash sale for a day. And people thought, oh, that's over. It keeps coming down. The one in July, the one in August, never really capitalized. But this is where I'm coming from. So listen carefully. This is my point of view. Okay, this is my. So if the VIX stays below 32, then it's fine. Okay, if tomorrow it goes sell off 31, 32, and bounce back down, fine. That means it's almost over. Or if it sustains like 25, 28, 24. But if it goes 32 and beyond, that breaks away nearly the 35 end, which is close to the February. That means the selling is very strong. The bears are hunting, the bears are shorting, people are shorting, hedging themselves. People are just releasing cash. Why? Because come to the point up to August, September, there's so much profit that's been made on the index, on the tax, on Goldman Sachs, on the recovery, on the rotation. The fund managers have made enough money. So it's a pinnacle point. They thought, let's take money off the table and wait. So that's why I'm coming from. If the VIX goes 35 and beyond, near 32, 35 and beyond, they break that barrier tomorrow or day after, then we might see quite strong people holding the cash back, sell off, hold the cash back, hoard it, and not come back in perhaps maybe in Q3. That's my speculation, okay? Everybody's speculation, but this is where I see technically if it goes as high as 35, which is like the last February sales, and that could last, that tornado, that storm could last long. So this is where I'm coming from. This is my view using my experience on the VIX. So we have to watch and see. Things changed. I don't have a crystal ball, but this is an indicator. So we have to be careful. So like folks like us who want to buy on the dip, don't go all in, because buy a bit. I bought like some AMD that I like, I bought a bit NVIDIA back because you guys know that I sold NVIDIA. I bought some back about 208. I'm still thinking, wait, the VIX might still go up. So that is where I am really sharing. Yeah. Okay. So what is really the three triggers which I see just now? We've been on CNBC and, they call the COVID and stuff. So COVID is not really a risk to me. It's not a risk on just now. COVID, I know that it's still happening in the Far East, in Singapore. There's lockdown back in my hometown, and Malaysia and Taiwan. People are still working from home. In US as well, kids are waiting for vaccination. Europe is a whole different story. So that risk of Delta variant, I don't think it's a risk, but if there's an echo variant, it's a whole different story. So let's not get there first. Let's just weigh on something else. But what the real thing that's causing it, the trigger, but this news was 3 weeks old, is the Evergrande story. Evergrande story where people relate Evergrande and the Lehman Brothers. News are inconsistent. Some says 600 billion from Lehman Brothers. Now we're seeing 600 billion loss on Evergrande. Some say 300. So it's not consistent. And where I'm coming from is this story is 3 weeks old, but for some bizarre reason, the market decides to sell off after the triple or quadruple witching. How coincident? Hey, they want to time it. They want to time with loads of drastic news at the same time and go boom, pull the pillars or take profit. So sometimes things seems a bit script out. That's all I can say. So Lehman Brothers, it's an issue. We knew about it 3 weeks ago, and back in Asia, folks knew about 4 weeks ago. It's been going on, but it was done on the headline. So I've been on Twitter. I tried to follow folks. Okay, I don't have it here just now, but I remember reading about yesterday. So there was a lady who actually, I believe it's a Singaporean reporter, or it might be a Hong Kongese reporter. So what she said was, Evergrande is not the only company, it's not the only wealth or high class property companies that's got this high debt ratio. In fact, they're number 3 at about 95% debt. There are companies on the top with 105 and 102% debt. Okay, they're paying every single week. So with Evergrande going down, it is not a worry. But if it starts toppling, if it's the domino effect starts happening to other property investors, then it's a concern. So we're not even sure whether Evergrande was just themselves. How about the other developers in play? So has anyone discussed that? And the thing that I don't see in Evergrande is, so they've got bonds. There's now a junk bond. What are the bonds related to? People were saying that Bitcoin was involved, UST was involved, bonds linked with some of the US stocks was involved, and we don't know the details. It was all kept really quiet. And the last thing that people are just spreading rumors is, well, especially CNBC, like the Wall Street, spread rumors, yeah? Will the Chinese government safe or not safe? I mean, is it really up for the government to bail them out? I think the government, I've got my own personal opinion that the government might be watching over the people, setting up rules so that it doesn't happen again. Will it bail or not bail? We are not sure. But what folks tend to do is look at history books, look at the market crash back in 07, 08, 09, and they try to relate with this AAA credit issue, the movie, The Big Short. So we don't know. We have to let it develop. And how far would it go? We really don't know. So we really need to watch the news. But once I find any more, I'll share it with you. But I think as it stands, they're using excuse to trigger sell-off because this happened 3 weeks ago. So we need to watch and learn what the real impact, the real implication was. Because all we know is if there's no real impact, the sell-off comes out, it's going to bounce back up. So, okay. And number two, it's a more longevity problem, which I think it's about 5 out of 10 a risk on, is the Fed's tapering. I believe in the next week or 2 weeks, the Fed's going to come together and start speaking about tapering, pullback. Because remember, Christine Lagarde of the ECB in Europe already said they're going to start slowing down tapering around about the January period. So they've given a date on ECB, European Commission Board. So will the Feds in the US do the same? So this might be the one. But the thing that I am concerned about the Fed's tapering is it's not priced in just now. Every time there's a news about interest rates hike, it dips, but it goes up. If you go back on the VIX, there's it's not priced in. So the one I'm concerned are, again, I've said many times, the growth stocks, the high revenue stocks, stocks that are not making money, at those will get impacted. High multiple growth stocks, high multiple as in anything with the TTM more than 40 and above. So those stocks with really high growth potential, but not bringing revenue, that will be my ultimate concern. Okay. And number three is something that I'm monitoring as well. It went on Yahoo Finance, when the European markets open, but then when the US opens, that news just got cascaded down. So what's happened today is the gas price has gone up, and the news came on the radar saying that, price hikes, blah blah blah. That's what my wife said as well, saying, this Christmas you're going to pay very high bill on the gas bill because winter comes in, we're going to pay. But I don't think that's a concern. I think the real concern is this utility companies folding, because the 4th biggest utility in the UK called Bulb Energy, I use them for my flat, asking for a bailout, because if the gas price goes up so high, the margin, they're not making profit. And if they're not making profit, this company will just collapse. It's like Evergrande, the company will collapse. And what's going to happen? Government's going to bail this guy out. And another second company might come in, third company might come in, Rolls-Royce might come in. Every company might need a bailout. And how is the government going to cope? When are we going to raise the interest rates to recover? That is the issue. That's one issue that may become a domino effect, not just in the UK, but the rest of Europe. Everybody's watching closely. That could this happen? Could somebody control it? We don't know. So that is my 3 key points that I see today. Things might develop over the next few days. I don't know, but I am watching, and you should be watching as well. And make a good judgment yourself. Don't let the news try to steer the market, because end of the day, they use the news to sell off as an excuse, to be risk off. Okay, so do we buy the dip? That's a question I really want to answer. Yeah, remember, we are retail investors. Okay, so there's a couple of points that that would differ from one person to another. Let me sure I read it. Okay, so I've got it written here. Yeah, so if every investor is different. Everybody's in different situation. Okay, so you're worried in this emotional roller coaster if you're running off cash. If you're low on cash and you see this debt, you panic going, oh, am I in trouble? Okay, so the first one is if you have cash, like 20% cash holdings, they've been waiting. I'm sure some of you have been waiting. Then it's a good opportunity to buy the debt, but buying slowly. Watch the VIX, like I said, when it hits 35 or 30, watch step by step. But then if you've got less than 3% cash, you're strapped on cash, you've got no cash, but you should increase cash up to 10, 12%. The stocks that's already quite high, even though the dip today, you still can sell them off and make a profit. The likes of Apple, the likes of SEA, Nvidia, Facebook, Google. I mean, those stocks have gone like 40%. Even if you've lost 10%, you sold it off just to raise cash, just to keep your mind at ease. If you want to do that, that's an option. You can try it. I'll repeat. It's the likes of Tesla. Tesla like $700. If you bought it on 600, you've got a nice profit there. SEA, all-time high, 320, 330, still high. It's just dropped like $20 from the top. Nvidia hit 225 and now it's 208. You just literally lost like about 10%. But if you bought it at 150, you're already upside. So if you need to raise cash, those are the companies you still can sell today. Facebook, Google, just an example. If you're feeling uneasy, if you're cross chest, I'm stressed about this sell-off. It might sell off for 2 or 3 more days. The only thing you'll put your ace is cash, okay? Unless you've got additional cash put in. So that's where I'm coming from. Different situation, different. But I will go into the stocks that I'm watching. And the other thing that I want to share is, you all know, if you don't know, I believe in risk transfer. Okay. So if you still hold high multiple growth stocks, I mean, stocks that may be punched during the tapering and during interest rates hike, stocks that you hold could be impacted, not the FANGs. I'm talking about the stocks, high multiple growth stock, the biotech stocks. So where I'm coming from is, this is the best time to risk transfer. Okay, this is what I told my Patreon members today. This is the best time to risk transfer. The likes of Coinbase, you got 30% upside. Airbnb, you got a 30% upside. So if you're down on some stocks, 20%, you can risk transfer. AMD is down 20% just now. So if you got stock that you're down 15%, then jump on AMD because they got a longer run. Nvidia is around about 10%, so they could still drop a bit more. And you got stocks like that. It's Coinbase, AMD, the Tesla, they could still fall a bit further to about the 700, 680 mark. So you still can wait. So some stocks you still can wait, but some stocks you can risk transfer. Feel free to risk transfer. This is the best time. When stocks are dipping, risk transfer is an opportunity for you to get rid of your losers and buy the real winners. Okay. Yeah, I'll speak about crypto next. Sorry, I'm just looking at my script. Okay, so do we buy the dip? So one, if you got cash, perfect. This is your opportunity to buy the dip, but take staggering stages, 2, 3 stages, 3 bullets. Buy when VIX 28, buy when VIX is 32, buy again when the VIX goes above 35. Okay, but if you're running out of cash, you're getting really stressed out, or it's really bothering you, then starts taking profits off the stocks that you have. Even Palantir dropped 26, but I'm sure you bought it at 17. Now it's up to 26. You still have a decent profit there, yeah? Okay, and finally, risk transfer. If you have losers which you always wanted to sell, this is the time. You can buy the ones that's gone on dip, which I mentioned: Coinbase, AMD, Nvidia, even Apple. If you think Apple is good on the long run, if you need a bit stable stocks, 142, it looks really, really good. It might drop to 138, but depends how well you can wait and pause on it. Okay, so before I go to my next agenda of what my buy watch list and my buy triggers are, I will go to the question and answer session. I'll just turn off the screen, remove. Let me just go to the banner. So it is closing bell. I'll be buying the dip. Before I go stocks I'm watching, I'm going to go Q&A. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the comments. I'm sure I've seen quite a few that's strolling. Just see who's going to catch my eye. Yes, Mr. BNB 365. Loads and loads of cash. Buy this. So you better buy some nice days. So it's quite nice out there. I'm sure you've prepared. So all the best stocks never dip. Hey, I know CrowdStrike's not dip as much, but just watch it. Yeah, watch it. So PG, yes, when Jim Cramer says more downside, buy it, he's a clown. Yeah, so Jim Cramer says there's still more downside, but my guru, I call him my guru, Mr. Tom. Oh gosh, what's his name now? Tom Lee. Thomas Walter Lee. Tom Lee says, it's a good time to buy it because he watches the VIX as well. So I learned a lot from him. So he watches it, but he's not certain that it's going to go. But what he's coming from, he's a bull investor. What he sees is the upside after that. Because end of the day, we are in a very bullish environment. Okay, no matter how bearish you get, we have passed that COVID. We've passed COVID, printed enough money to save us. Companies, people are spending money. People are actually more well off after the COVID than before because of investment and how they save. So long term run, it is not a worry, but short term volatility will be an issue just now. Okay. What do you think of buying Pinterest just now? So Pinterest, I think it's from about 52 just now. So for me, I'm actually doing covered calls on Pinterest, so I'm going to sell it at a certain price. But at 51, 52 looks good. And Pinterest, actually a couple of topics that came out on Twitter. I think Pinterest is supposed to have a conference soon to showcase what they will be doing for the next algorithm, how they'll be searchable on basically the technology upreft, and they might change the game. And again, Etsy has gone up, but Pinterest staying low. So something is not right, because normally Etsy and Pinterest will go all the way the same. So some people, if they say they can't hold Pinterest, then risk transfer to Coinbase or risk transfer to AMD. But if you want to hold Pinterest, if you think it's a long term, then good. For me, I think Pinterest, Twitter will still do well. I like Twitter as well. And Facebook, social media will always do well. We'll always be using them. So, Pinterest, I don't think it'll go any lower, but it will not go any higher until the next earnings or 2 earnings away, quarterly earnings to do well. That's where I am coming from. Okay. And again, a couple of hellos to Ramu. Ramu, how are you doing? Hope everyone's well. Hope your daughter is well as well. I know Ramu has been one of my followers since my blog days before I started YouTubing. So I will always remember Ramu. And Michael Danko, hello from Slovakia. It must be, I hope it's still not too cold out there, because I think friends from Switzerland are actually snowing on the mountains, he says. So it's very cold in Scotland. So I hope the weather's still nice for you out in Slovakia. Okay, Lenny, everyone's saying that Evergrande's isolated in China. Surprise. Too much negative catalyst and sentiment this week. Evergrande's about to default on another payment Thursday. Yeah, so this, like I said, Lenny, they've used this. We knew it about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We've seen social media, people queuing outside, people going on strike. And only now it surfaces up to be like the biggest big thing, because people in China never related to the Lehman Brothers. It's when it came to the States, or some reporter actually tried to relate it, tried to merge, tried to create a story. Remember, reporters get paid to do stories, right? They get bonus if this story goes from nobody to the headlines. They get bonus for it. There's loads of this bonus. So whoever's pushing this story, Lehman Brothers, they're doing well. But then they need to get facts right. We need to see the facts before we go and venture to do anything else. Okay. So let me get back on the presentation, because I really want to go just to make sure that when it's recorded, people are getting the key message. And you guys, I do want to hold you guys for so long as well, because I want to show you the stocks I'm watching and also the buy triggers. Okay, so let me just wait. Everything is pretty manual here. Let me just hide Lenny's comment. Stocks I'm watching, buy the dip, and let me share my slides again. Share screen. Oh, I can just add the screen. Oh, voila. Okay, so today's agenda, my buy trigger, what I'm watching. So I looked at this. These are the list that I wrote down in my notebook. I say, if there's a next trade, this is what you're watching. So I've looked at my buy triggers, and I come back with a couple of charts. So NVIDIA, the first one, a video I released said I've sold NVIDIA. When am I buying back NVIDIA? Boom, look at it. Okay, this is what I say. I'm not saying I know everything. Okay, I do try my luck sometimes, but look at it. It's already trying its last all-time high when it breaks away. So that's the first buy trigger. So that's why before I came on, I bought some. I rebought back NVIDIA when I sold it at its tops, around about the 220, 222. So I bought back in. I may buy some more if it drops a bit more, around about 190 from memory. 190? Yes. So I bought some in. So this is a great time to watch NVIDIA, to buy it. And again, I think Jensen Huang, it will be I think he's on the Times Magazine cover to be the most influential person of the year. Not the man of the year, but the most influential person of the year. And he's, I think, number one. He's on the cover of the magazine. So business as usual, 60% growth, potentially 65% growth. NVIDIA shortage, not a problem. And still working with Taiwan Semiconductor, and they're delivering what they need to do, the AI, the metaverse. So all the business roadmap is on target for hyper growth. So buy trigger has been triggered, and I took some action today. Okay, so this is me on NVIDIA. I'm watching, as you all know, no surprise. So next one is Goldman Sachs. Okay, Goldman Sachs. This chart is me plotting Goldman Sachs breaking away from the 400, but guess what? All the trains stopped. because of this situation, now it's falling back down. So it never reached its 474 potential. Hopefully, it will come and break away again and move upwards. But on the dip, what do? Take advantage of it. So 373, I bought some on eToro because I swing trade, so it looks like a good point. But if you can wait, if it does go on a further sell-off because the banks are related, it might be some relation to Evergrande bonds. We don't know. So if you can wait through the 345. But end of the day, I just want to share that Goldman Sachs is waiting for interest rates hike, is waiting to break away to hit that next all-time high at 474. So risk on and reward. That's what I want you to consider if you want to move away. Not move away from tax, but Goldman Sachs is an investment bank company which will play well for the interest rate and high EPS and good growth for future. So Goldman Sachs, if you need to be, some, it's not for the dividend really, it's really for the growth on Goldman Sachs. Okay. And next one is Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, this is a funny one. Berkshire Hathaway, one thing, this is not a hyper growth stock. This is not growth stock, Alex, where you're watching it. So I still have to give Warren Buffett a lot of credit, a lot of respects, because out of all the fund managers in the last 50, 60 years, he is the man that buys the dip. He is like the ultimate buying dip performer. Okay. So as you can see, Berkshire Hathaway may have bought some snow for technology. They may have sold oil. So they're still rejiggering around the portfolio, but they haven't really, maybe not Buffett himself, but they have not really bought something big. There's still much cash stored away. I'm sure they've got plans to buy. When they buy huge. They buy like 45% off a company. Bank of America, back in 2008, 2009, they actually bought almost 35% of Bank of America and then double it in the next few years and got their money out and then earn dividends. So they have not action yet. So I know they've grown from the likes of 220 all the way, but I think there's still room for growth and also stability. I rather own Berkshire Hathaway at this point than index S&P 500. I think they will outperform S&P 500. Again, my own very, very biased opinion, because they've got lots of cash. They're waiting to jump into the next big thing. Who knows? It might be this depth they're looking at. So 271, I like it. Even better if it goes 266, something for you to watch out, something for you to consider if you want to dampen the volatility in your portfolio. Okay. Next one is CrowdStrike. Okay, I still like cybersecurity. I've got Dark Trace on the loose, the video today, so I hope you guys have watched it, enjoyed it. And on the counterpart, CrowdStrike is still, the best growth performer in cybersecurity and growth, and lots of fund managers in America loves it. So it could come close to buy trigger of 245. Okay, remember they've been admitted to, they've just joined S&P 500, Dow Jones, S&P 500. So they should be hovering all the way to the 300. They should be breaking 300, but they're hovering about 245 just now. Great earnings, still growing, keeping on road track. So if it does drop at 245, something you're watching out, because I'm watching out for 245. They're coming in and buying because they might go beyond 300. So something they're watching. This sell-off might go aggressive. So that's something that I'm sharing. So 245, I repeat, 245. That's the support level. That's the last breakaway. And it's soon coming down to that level. That is before the earnings in March and February. So this looks like a very, very nice entry for those who want proper hypergrowth with great quality cybersecurity company. Okay. Again, I like Coinbase. I'm so biased. I like Coinbase because of the growth, like 1000% growth. Institutional investors, and today, Coinbase Global or Coinbase Analytics, that's a subdivision. So Coinbase Analytics is open up now for institutional investors. It's like, they're using the Reventi data for the London Stock Exchange. And now Coinbase is low at 233 and it could hit 220. And I've actually bought Coinbase today, even before that, because 250 was already a buy trigger for me. So if you go lower, I'll buy. And it's at a buy point. For me, it's a buy point. I mean, Coinbase, again, long-term, 5-6 years. Crypto, again, very, very bullish about it. And Coinbase has got a role to play for institutional investors. So anybody wants to risk transfer, Coinbase is the best one to risk transfer. Again, take your own risk, understand it, understand the business. If you believe crypto is the future of tomorrow, blockchain is the future of tomorrow. SEC agenda making people fearful now. Take advantage of that. When it rains gold, make sure you got a huge bucket collecting them. That's what Warren Buffett says. So this is at the buy point. I like it. If it drops to 220, I'll buy again because I've been buying on the dip. Okay. And finally, the last one, the best one of my lot is AMD. Buy trigger has been triggered. at the last breakaway, round about the 97 point mark. So it did hit 98, 99 just now. So that was the buy trigger that you could hit. I think the first buy trigger was at 104. Now it's at 97, 98. So it's a good time to buy AMD because it's down 20% from its all-time high of 120. So if you don't buy AMD now, what are you waiting for? 20% upside and 60% growth still intact. Okay, still 60% growth. People fear about Ethereum stopping all mining, but remember, AMD is not focused on Ethereum. It's not focusing on the miners. They're focusing on the Google, the cloud computing, the SaaS, the upgraded data server. That's when AMD is coming from. And also the merger of Xilinx, which is a lot closer than AMD and ARM. So if you're not buying AMD now, wait. Fine, you can wait up to 97. It might pull back at 88, but I mean, it's a bargain zone. That's all I can say. It's a really good bargain zone. Option traders are actually out on Twitter. Option traders are actually going covered calls long for 115, 120 at Q around about November, October period. They're all option trading for 150, 120 because they know it's going to break away then. But this is where I'm coming from. Again, no crystal ball. Very bullish. Fundamentals roadmap. Here I go. That's my favorite and last one. That's the one I'm watching very, very closely. Okay, so I am going to quickly go back and see any other comments that came in. Speak about the comments before I go into crypto. Okay, so I can see. Okay, what? So Charlie Hawk just joining us. Apologize, it's already covered. What's your position? My position AMD and Nvidia. Okay, let me double check. I think I can't remember the exact figures. I think AMD I go around about 500. Yeah, about 500 stocks at AMD. Let me see my Nvidia. Let me see Yahoo. Give me a second. Let me see. To be honest, it comes to I don't know how many stocks I have, but I've got it written down on my Yahoo Finance. Okay, my holdings for it's very slow. Nvidia. I've got about 348 Nvidia. I've got 600 AMD. That's my holdings. Okay, and yeah, because I rebought Nvidia again. So around about not 348. I think I did sell some previous. So it's around about 320 Nvidia and 500 AMD. That's where I am. Charlie Hawk. I hope that's helpful. What stocks are super bullish? So I think you asked that way before I demonstrate. So I hope that's useful for you, Ramu. Difficult to buy time buying on the dips with funds because they're executed at a specific time each day. Yes, for funds, it's a bit tricky because it's only twice a day. You have to, if you put a sell before lunchtime, it will not get sold until late tomorrow or early on Wednesday. So it's quite hard to release funds to buy. The timing is going to be difficult. I've tried it myself. It's impossible. It's impossible to release with funds. Yep, I must say it's very, very silly. And BNB365 says stupid Netflix. I'm not sure what he refers to. Maybe there's a conversation above that he's been speaking to someone. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going down there. So wait, I'm going to go right here first. AM down 50% on Huya. What do you think it's worth averaging down? Chinese stocks, by the way. Yeah, I do not want anybody to catch a falling knife. I've actually stopped talking about Baba because I don't want to promote people buying Baba, especially when it's falling. It's down 50%. So for me, Ryder, if you're already holding a lot of Huya, it's better to buy other stocks on it to make sure you diversify. The last thing I want you to do is like buy on the dip and you end up having like 75% off a single stock. I know I focus on concentration, but I want you to hold 75% off quite a strong stock. So Huya is still a speculative stock. So I don't want you to put in too much risk and then get, if you do have cash just now, look at other avenues. Try to focus on maybe the second biggest portfolio, second biggest holding concentration. So there's so much stocks to buy. Sometimes we have to just stick our head out and look elsewhere. Huya might come back up, but you don't necessarily have to average down because remember, it's your overall portfolio, okay? You might buy stocks that holds 10%, and if it goes up to 50, 60%, you still pull your portfolio up. So don't just focus on Huya, look elsewhere, wait for the Chinese recovery, buy back on momentum. It's okay to buy back on momentum. It's a lot easier on the heart when you buy back on a good momentum trend, okay? Entry price on ADA, we'll speak about crypto next, so let's speak about crypto. But ADA is about $2 just now, $2.20. So it depends on how long you want to hold ADA. Are you holding it for stake? Are you buying for staking? If you're buying for staking, then fine. $2.20, $2 is a good entry price. It might drop to $180, but then be prepared to buy. as long as you are there to buy for staking, and ADA is worth it. If you're buying just holding it there for swing trade, then it's going to be difficult because ADA staking is quite lucrative just now. Okay. Yes, Jen, thank you very much. CrowdStrike joining NASDAQ. Okay. Not I made stuff up just now. Okay. I did see someone, Mona said something. Alex, can you please list the stock that you're watching and missed them? Okay. I'm just going to go through the stocks that I am watching quickly, yeah, if you have missed them. So it's going to be NVIDIA. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure. Okay, this is wholly for Mona. So NVIDIA, for those who are missing it, just on repeat, there's a good buy time at 208, buy trigger on the tops. But then if you drop to 190, that's my second buy trigger. Just to recap on Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, I would buy it just now. But if you're patient, if you're not in a rush, wait for 345. Doubt you go, but if the sell-off continues with VIX above 35, 345 would be a good entry point. Berkshire Hathaway, I think it's a good point to buy now at 266. It's now 271. 266 would be a nice buy point because it's the last breakaway point. And next, CrowdStrike again. CrowdStrike 245 is what I'm watching. 245 buy trigger. Coinbase already a buy trigger. So if you guys want a risk transfer, Coinbase is the perfect one for you. And finally, AMD is already on my first buy trigger, second buy trigger, which is the last breakaway around about the 97 area. So that is a quick summary for you. Mona. Thank you very much. And let's move on to cryptos. Okay, let's bring back my slides and let's go to crypto. So cryptos, I've got no specific slide, but I just want to go on CoinMarketCap and showcase why I'm bullish on crypto and why buying the dip crypto is good. Because end of the day, I've said this a few times, I'll repeat it again. Stocks will give me my first $1 million, help me retire, blah, blah, blah. But cryptos, because it's such an early stage, it feels like 1999 of the internet boom when it happened. If you guys were born in the 80s, born in the 90s, you knew that the internet came in 97, 98, IRC, ICQ, and then 99 came. We got the likes of Yahoo, Google all started coming up. So we are going through that change, that second wind phase of change. We might go into bubble, but what I like about crypto just now is, hear me out. With the financial market, with the Feds, with ECB, with the British government, everybody is printing money. Okay, people are printing money, or everybody's printing money since the financial crash of 2007, because they think that's the only way to save. And guess what? It worked. Okay, it saved the economy, went into a very bull market for the next 10 years. COVID came. What's the solution? Money printing. Again, printed money, the debt got bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so the next crash, who knows? 27, 29, 28, 30, 2030, next crash, what's going to happen? Money is going to be printed again by everybody. Everybody's going into bigger debt. Nobody cares because we're all going to the debt at the same time. We're all getting poorer at the same time. What it affects you and me is our money, our dollars, US dollar, GBP, euros. It gets smaller and smaller. It's like you're asking me, like, Alex, what do you mean it's getting smaller? I mean, think about it. In 2010, when you were in 2010, your salary, has it really gone up from 2010 to 2020? Have you seen exponential growth in your salary? For me, no. I mean, the price of milk has gone up. Even the price of a bucket of KFC has gone up because of inflation. So where I'm coming from is our money is getting smaller and smaller, but except for crypto. You're asking me, like, Alex, what do you mean? Think about it. iPhone 6. Okay, when iPhone 6 first came out, it took about 500 Bitcoin to buy a single iPhone 6. Okay, with the latest iPhone 13 now, you know how much Bitcoin do you need to buy it? But 0.001. Okay, iPhone 6 back about 7-8 years ago cost 500 Bitcoin, and today iPhone 12, to get the next iPhone 12, which is more expensive than ever, costs about 0.001 Bitcoin. And you think Bitcoin is going up so much, Alex? That's why it's not Bitcoin going up so much. It's because our currency is getting so small to a point that Bitcoin is just stayed at its price. So the currency getting smaller and Bitcoin is just hovering up at the $50,000 mark because our cash is getting smaller. That annoys me. It pisses me off. That's why I'm so heavily into crypto. I'm starting to grow my crypto more and more. Because if there's another financial crisis, our money's going to get smaller. You know why? My kids are affected. Your kids are affected. Look at it. Back then, my dad bought a car, cash, $5,000-$10,000. He doesn't have the car will last like 10, 15, 20 years. The Toyota will last 20 years. Honda will last 20 years. But now cars last only 5-6 years, and we have to change, and things are getting more expensive. The roof overhead are getting so expensive. So hopefully crypto might help hedge our wealth. That's why I'm going to it. Okay, I think I've spoke a bit too much there, but let me go to CoinMarketCap. It's my favorite page of regarding crypto. It's like Yahoo Finance, but first let me remove stop screen and share screen. Wait, I need to just get this out. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Sorry, technical delay. Okay, share screen, share file. Not blocking the browser. Don't block the browser. Share screen. Crypto. Aha. This is my favorite page. Coin market cap is like Yahoo Finance for me. I go on it every single day. So let me show you my watch list. Oops, I need to log in. Okay, so the coins that I am watching just now, and and I'll give you a couple of buy triggers as well. Okay, so the first one is Ethereum. My holdings 50% Ethereum. I'll buy on a dip, but I've not bought on this recent dip because I'm buying other altcoins. But then again, if you're not in, it's a great time to buy Ethereum. It might drop to 2,800, so watch out for it. So if this persists on, Ethereum might be on sell off 2,800. Great, because why? End of the year, Ethereum will be huge. Why, Alex? Why do you say it? Because the proof of work, people mining Ethereum will be boom, bomb. It's called the Ethereum bomb. That will happen around about Christmas, end of this year. So when Christmas comes, when they release the new software, it's called the bomb, every miner in the world for Ethereum will be stopped. It all move the proof of proof of stake, POS. So it moved to proof of stake, and that's where everybody will be staking the Ethereum to mine more Ethereum. So to mine Ethereum by setting your coins on staking. So no more mining, it's all purely in proof of stake. And that's what is going to make Ethereum less and less and less on volume out there. It's going to make it so scarce, it's going to turn it like Bitcoin, and then boom, we are expecting it to go 5, 6, 7, and I call it $9,000 by Christmas. That's my speculation. Some say 5, some say 12, but my speculation is 9,000 because of the scarcity. So Ethereum to me is a blue chip. It's like buying, the apples of stocks, blue chip, and that's why I own 50% of Ethereum. So the next one, Cardano. I know folks are talking about Cardano. You only buy Cardano if you're staking it, and you're not doing anything but smart contracts and nothing but liquidity pooling. Cardano is all about staking, and I think got very good staking pools, easy to use wallet. So Cardano, I'll buy at $2, 180 on the dip. Now it's still dipping, and that's why. But I don't own Cardano, but that's what my point is. If you only buy Cardano, buy on staking. If not, then there's no point owning Cardano. Solano is going to dip, and Solano, there's a conference up in Portugal coming soon about Solano. Everybody getting together. It's $1,000 ticket in Portugal and Lisbon, I believe. And there's going to be a huge conference to speak of what's going to happen next. Like the last time Bitcoin had a conference about 3 months ago, huge conference. Everybody got together. Jack Dorsey came in, all Katie Wood came in. Everybody spoke about it. Way forward, and boom, Bitcoin started moving again. That's what happened after. So Solana is going to do the same. They're going to be speaking about security. They're going to speak about their server uptime because there's a huge issue before. So Solana, I don't own it. 130, I'm watching it. I missed it. I sold it. So kick myself for it. The one that I'm really watching is Polkadot. I bought Polkadot at about 29.9, but it's still dipping today. Polkadot, I'm very, very bullish, but I'm saying that the next 1 year, Polkadot should be $100 per share because Polkadot will be going to parachain auction. You're asking me, Alex, what's parachain auction? Parachain auction is basically using Polkadot as a key, as a coupon to bid on the next big upcoming coin, because meme stocks and all that nonsense will be flushed away next year. Nobody will be caring about meme stock, or Save the Moon, To the Moon, or Doge to the Moon type stocks. Those are all gone. Polkadot is creating an ecosystem called the Parachain network, where they're going to have 100 coins all linked up in Parachain into a network that will speak to Ethereum, that will speak to Bitcoin. It's going to cause a huge network. So that is a huge disruption. I think Polkadot is time to buy some because I think there's a huge upside for Polkadot, because Polkadot will be locked away like Ethereum locked away, and Solano, they're all locked away. So coins, when they go locked away, LVT, lock volume, LVT, lock volume staking. I can't remember the term now. So they all be locked away, so it reduces volatility. Okay, so I'm very, very bullish on Polkadot. Avalanche recently has got a really good turns because they've launched their new token, loads of fundings. It's pushed Avalanche from, I believe, position number 20 all the way to 11. So it's gone like almost double, triple in the last month or so. So it's one, I don't own it that much. I don't know much about Avalanche. I'm still learning. So much coins to learn, but it's on my radar. Terra Luna, if you're a passive income person, if you want to go into passive income and you think passive income is the way to do, because Terra Luna pays you 20% on your UST, meaning you got Terra Luna token, Terra Luna coin, and then you collateral to get UST, and the UST will make 20% for you. So it's doable if for folks who've got like 6 figures, like 50 grand, 100 grand, and then for 100 grand, 20% is an additional 20 grand a year. It's better than interest that you get from the bank. So if you're willing to risk, you've got loads of money on the side, willing to risk, Terra Luna will be good. But it's good for folks with plenty of cash going in big, who do not want to buy bonds. You got money that you used to buy bonds, can't be bought with bonds, and then you move over to Terra Luna. It's creating an ecosystem for people to generate passive income. And Polygon Matic, it's not moving, don't bother about it. Crypto.com, only buy crypto coin if you own crypto coin like me. I use the platform. If you don't use the platform, don't bother buying it. Kusama, the same as Polkadot. So you can either buy Polkadot or Kusama, but people get put off by Kusama because it's $300 per share. So it doesn't really matter because it's all about how much there. So again, it's a utility. And the other ones I'm watching all the way down, Engine Fetch AI, I'm not really bothered about it. But I think the next one, Moon River, okay? I don't know. I've not released a video, but I speak about it on Twitter every single time. Moon River might be the next coin that go 100x. So if you're asking me, Alex, what coins do you think will go 100x? Moon River. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to guarantee 100x. Okay, we're all speculating here. It's $300 per coin. But because it's only 1.5 just now, I think in total there'll only be 20 million out in circulation. So Moon River may potentially be the solution for high gas fees on Ethereum. Moon River will be potentially a better security compared to Solana. Moon River potentially could do more DeFi to go against staking against Cardano. So a lot of potential. A lot of developers are coming in. There's a conference coming up, mini conference coming up soon to gather more transaction. This Moon River has only been out for 3 weeks, and there's already, I think, 1 million transaction in 3 weeks. It shows the speed, it shows the gas fees, it shows the efficiency. Huge potential, but again, high risk, high reward. Potentially 100x, potentially go bust. So up to you. But me, I've bought some. I could buy a bit more. So 100x Moon River. That's what I'm going to share today. I've got Shinden, I've got Karura, but why speak about things that may not go 100x? Let's speak about the one. The Moon River is the one for me. Okay, MOVR. And where can you buy Moon River? You cannot buy on every other exchange because it's not on Binance yet. It's not on Coinbase, because that's the thing. If it goes on Coinbase, Binance, that's where it goes another 10x, another 20x, another 30x. So that's how new it is. It's only 3 weeks old, and it's not a meme coin. Okay, so me, bullish on Moon River, bullish on Polkadot, bullish on Terra Luna, bullish on Ethereum, bullish on Kusama. That's me. Solano, I've not done much about it. Cardano for staking. Okay. And I hope that helps. It's not the stocks I'm watching. I forgot to change it. It should be the cryptos I'm watching. Okay, so let me remove that stream, stop the share screening, and finally go back to. But again, I'll go back on questions to see anybody has got comments that I want to share. And I've seen a couple of questions on crypto. And at some point, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to see this quite a few. Okay, Rider 61, Cardano, Ethereum long term. For me, Ethereum all the way long term. Okay, I like the community. I see a lot of potential, a lot of smart contracts, a lot of blockchain, many different ways. You got NFTs. I know people make fun of the gas fees, but eventually, hopefully by after Christmas, things will get resolved. The high gas fees because of the loads of transactions that's coming on, and the channel capacity is very limited. So if they're running on maximum capacity, the gas fee goes through the roof, and everybody's using it. So hopefully, after the next EIP upgrade, it releases that bandwidth, and the gas fee will fall. So that's where we're coming from. But wait till next year. So Ethereum long term for me, I don't buy NFTs. I just basically buy and hold it or stake it on crypto.com to earn 6.5%. That's me. I'm happy. Okay. Jatin, I think he was saying that in the UK, a lot of people lease new cars at interest rates over 7.8. Yeah. I don't know why people do that, but people want to get new cars. Fine, fair enough. Lots of people are running with 199 or 299 per month pounds to get their Tesla 3 in the UK. Good deal. But I'd rather take money and just buy Bitcoin or Ethereum just now. I don't see the need of getting a new car myself. That's me. I'm very, very tight on money. Okay. US is talking about a fourth stimulus. Yes, Lenny. I did hear about that as well. Rumors. So It's quite strange that they want to taper down, but they're talking about fourth stimulus. Maybe that's driven by the president himself. So something we need to look about. But jobs, there are loads of jobs out there. People are not picking up jobs, so it doesn't really marry up. So we have to watch and learn. But unless one thing that I've heard that COVID, I'm not sure it's going to be Delta or Delta plus 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 or the next eco variant. So the rumors that I've heard from doctors and nurses in the UK is we potentially might get another spike in November. Okay, that's why here winter comes, spikes up. Is older folks who are in the 60s, 70s might be impacted with with winter coming and pushing the contagiousness a bit more. So that's something I hear about. So maybe that's the rumors that's going on the street. So if UK are looking at November spike, in the rest of the world will see a December, January spike. So something that I'm watching, but I'm not putting as a risk on just now. But we have to monitor it closely. So Jatin, so are they effective paying interest rate depreciating assets which they do not even own? Scott, yeah, exactly. You're buying an asset which is depreciating, and man, I don't understand why people do it. So there's a thing called by Robert Kiyosaki, the man who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. He always says, good debt or bad debt. So if you buy stuff like cars and things that devalue, like one of my mate who did a home extension, spent like 100 grand on it. It's good, own a house, but it's not going to put an additional 100 grand on top of the value of your house. You basically create a debt. I mean, if I were him, 100 grand, I'd be buying lots of cryptos and stocks and Tesla and AMD, which I know will appreciate in 2025. So good debt is the money that you borrow, which you buy on assets and equity to go out in price, which is good debt, healthy good debt. Like good fats, good cholesterol, but don't go into the bad debts, which that will depreciate. I don't understand, but people want like luxury, but that's for them. Ethereum will go 2.0 Q1 Q2. I believe it's around about Q2 2022, around May June period. But depending on the bomb fuse back end of after Christmas, whether they're going to happen really quickly, because I've not heard much since. It's slowed down after the last EIP 1339 or 1559 upgrade. So I've not heard much since for the last 8 weeks. It's all Solano. So we just have to wait and see. If it delays second quarter, fine. Third quarter, fine. It gives us time to buy. Okay. Oh, PG, what do you mean by staking ADA? Yeah, PG. So what I mean by staking ADA is I believe ADA pays up to 7 or 12%. So basically, I think there's I can't remember the app now. There's a staking pool. So basically, you take your ADA, you join the pool, and you stake your ADA into the pool, and then you all end up proof of stake, where you're all mining for new ADAs. So people are trying to mine more and more Cardano coins. So you join the pool, you mine, and then you get rewarded every week or every 2 weeks or every 3 days. So you get rewarded new coins. You're there. You're a miner rather than using servers and stuff to mine, and you can stake it. So go and type on Google. There are loads of guides and everything on YouTube. I don't do it myself. I don't do a guide myself, but plenty of people asking. Just go staking pool ADA, and I'm sure somebody out there will be sharing information. You just pay like fees via your coins, but basically you get more ADA as you own. Okay. Mona. Oh, someone speaks about Kusama. I have to pay attention. Wanted to buy Kusama, but not sure about the process and the 48 locking weeks. Exactly. See, you've done your research, Mona. So, Mona, Kusama, you buy, you stake it. I use Kraken. Okay, maybe you've watched my video, maybe you know about it. You've done your research, well done. So you lock it and you vote for a coin. So you vote for a coin, and if the coin wins, then you'll be rewarded. So the last coin that won on the coin number 6, it was Kill. I vote Kill. I knew it because the community was screaming and shouting. So what's going to happen is from one Kusama, I will be getting about 24 Kill coins. Okay, so from my one Kusama, I will get it back 48 weeks later. So I don't lose my Kusama. Okay, the only thing I lose is whatever value that comes at the end if I want to sell. So one Kusama, I get 24 Kilt coins. And rumor says Kilt coins might be 10, might be 20, might be 50. So if it's 10, so 24 times 10, 240. So for every Kusama coin, I basically yield $240. So my Kusama coin cost me 300. So oh, sorry. Yes. So if Kusama is 240, I bought it for 300. So my yield is almost 90% yield return, providing Kilt doesn't fall. So yeah, so locking period 48 weeks, it might be too long. But then again, you get your reward about after less than 3 months. So you get your new coin. So if you bought a Calamari, a Basilic, or I think Genshiro, or is it an Air, Altai Air? Some of these coins are still on the Parachain auction. So if you win that, you get rewarded. Some are giving 1,000, some giving 2,000, depending on what coins that you have voted for, which project you vote. So basically, you're an early investor. You get in, you get rewarded shares of the company, and if they do well done. So I like those type of yield. I like those type of growth. It's like buying growth stocks. It's like investing in growth stocks. Okay. Lenny, when you stake crypto to a poorly handled validator and they're kept on the blockchain and rewarded interest, Lenny has explained it far better than me. So PG, this is what Lenny said, and he's explained it far better in technical terms. Far shorter. I should have just took Lenny's word up straight away. Okay. So Adrian Victor, how are you, Adrian? Nice to see you again. Which exchange do you use for buying mover? Yes, you can. I use Kraken to buy my mover. So I use Kraken because I already stake everything in Kraken. And Kraken's security, guys, it is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Sometimes it comes to a point where I think that's at the highest level. If you input your password like 5 times in error, it just kills your crypto exchange completely. It just vanishes in thin air like some mission possible. So Kraken is great, not the most intuitive. It's not like Trading 212 or Coinbase, so beautiful. The app is totally crap. You need to do it on the desktop. But yes, I use Kraken to buy a mover. I rather use Kraken than the likes of KuCoin, than the likes of, is it CEXK? I don't know. I prefer Kraken. End of story. Okay. Krishna, how you doing, Krishna? Nice to see you again. Hi there. Have you looked at Airbnb given the removal of travels to USA? Yeah. So Airbnb, I liked it, and it was supposed to be my turnaround story. But with this COVID and this slow startup of people returning back to work, people returning back to travel, so it could just move on sideways for a bit. But I think with the recent Brian, what's his name? Brian, not Brian Armstrong, but Brian, the CEO, open up to house the Afghanistan refugee. I think that's a good play on his part, and he's going to house more. So that's really push up the stocks. But Airbnb just now to break away above 200, I think we need to really wait for the opening trade. We just need for the COVID variant to push down. But a lot of folks that I know that buys Airbnb are folks who wants a bit more stability and they see Airbnb as an opportunity. So breakaway is imminent, but we just need the turnaround stocks, the recovery stocks to come in play before that happens. Okay. Have you heard of Elongate, another meme coin? Any thoughts? I think I've seen it on. So I'm not a big trendy Andy. Hello again. I'm not a big fan of meme stocks. The last meme stock I bought was SafeMoon, and that's the worst investment. I know I put $100, but I could have bought a whole week's of shopping. $100 now it's worth $20. So no, I've seen Elongate. I don't know where it is at just now. So I rather buy Mover than any other meme coins just now. Okay. What's your thoughts buying crypto on Robinhood? Yes, I've got a personal opinion. I don't have Robinhood, but I know that if you buy stocks on Robinhood, okay, you buy Cardano, for example, you buy Ethereum, you cannot transfer the stocks. You basically own the stock. There's no wallet. You cannot like say, oh, I would like to take my Ethereum, put it somewhere to stake it, or take my Cardano, put it in the pool to mine for more Cardano. No, you can't do that. That's why I know one patron that buys a lot of Ethereum on Robinhood. I think so. I've said to my patron, it says, if you can, go buy on Coinbase, or if you're not sure about Binance, go try crypto.com or Celsius. There are many other brokers out there that you can buy from. And, buying Robinhood is great. Unless you're trading, fair enough. But if you want to buy, because remember, cryptos today in 2021 are utilities. You can stake it, you can mine it, you can liquid pool it, you can what's that word? You can collateral it. You can do so many functionality of it on DeFi, CeFi. So I wouldn't buy coins on Robinhood. That's all I'm saying, unless you're trading. Okay. Any thoughts on Argo blockchain? I've not looked at Argo blockchain for a while. I think was it somebody put an article about Argo blockchain spiking up recently. Let me check. I can't remember now. I didn't even read the article, to be honest. No, it's actually down. It's actually down since January. Spike as well. So for me, really quick one, not going to the details of Argo blockchain, because lots of miners, we heard about the Chinese story, but because the proof of stake for Ethereum will happen in December, so a lot of miners will be impacted because Ethereum is quite lucrative to mine, and it's a good hash rate as well. So with Ethereum going off the market, what else are people mining? Because lots of coins like Solana, they're all proof of history, proof of staking. So I'm not any all big fans of Argo blockchain. I rather go buy Michael Saylor's Bitcoin fund ETF. So no, I'm not. I personally would avoid it. That's all I can say. Okay. Vegas Crystal, are you looking to keep? Oh wait, Lenny. Vegas Cat Rock. Are you? Oh, he's talking about Lake Vegas. Sorry. I would not touch elongate. It looks like a meme coin. Yes. Thank you for echoing that. Yeah, I would say so as well. Again, I've not done my research, so I do not want to put it off, especially if you do own that coin. So don't take any offense because I'm not looking at it, and I don't really essentially go to meme coins. Hi, Sasha, how are you doing? My guy, the best. Oh, thank you very much. No hype, no fear, no more, no bullshit. Thank you very much, man. No, thank you. We work on the facts. We work on the VEX. We work on the technical. Remember, I know I say it every time, but we're retail investors. We're way different from what we see in the news. The news are written for the general public. They want to hype and dump and pump. But we retail investors. We play different. We have to control emotion. Cash is the only thing. If the dip today, if you are holding 40% cash, you'll be smiling. But if you're really down with 2-3% cash, you'll be the one that's going, oh my goodness, it's going to go dip even lower. So hopefully you've got ways out for you guys. Hopefully the information today will help you decide what to do next. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Jace Piper. Thank you very much. Great content. Thank you. Everyone needs more than the salary to be financially stable. Completely agree. Best thing to do with your money is to invest it rightly, because money left for saving always ends up being used. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do as well. So I set up personally. I set up lots of. I'm culprit to spend. To spend before I save. So over the years, what I do is I do automatic direct debit. So money that comes in is your salary or whatever dividend that you have. It goes straight up to my kids' investment fund, my own personal investment fund, my dollar cost average for my crypto. So it goes out automatically. I don't even have to manage it. So once my expenses go up, my savings go up before my expenses. So to make things work, I've invested over the last 10 years. It's not what stocks you pick. It's really how much you can save to invest, especially on days like this, and you buy on the dip. That it makes a huge difference where you push the barrier between 4 figures to 5 figures to 6 figures. It's a huge difference. So hopefully that helps. Hi Alex, did you buy anything today? And yes, I did. So I bought back Nvidia, bought a little bit of Coinbase, and I bought a little bit of AMD as well. And I bought another 50 of polka dots. That's what I bought today. So there's 4 things. So I'm still watching what's going to be happening. So my next eyeing will be more AMD, more Coinbase. And the other cryptos I'm watching is Mover. I missed it, but I needed to choose. So Mover, I might be buying. I was hoping to look at Solano, but again, like you and me, I don't have unlimited cash as well. Cash is limit. I have to make conscious decision what I need, and I'm focusing on high concentration. So I have to pick one crypto, which is Polkadot. I have to pick one stock, which is conviction in my AMD, Coinbase, and Nvidia. And come to a point sometimes I don't even know AMD or Nvidia first, but AMD looks more lucrative because silings, less risk, 20% upside to the next breakout, less risk. Option traders are targeting for 115, 120 in November. So AMD, but I still like Nvidia. Don't get me wrong, but Nvidia might go 195 for all you know. Okay. Hi, Rowan Balaji, how are you doing? Hi, Alex. Thoughts on snake, basilic, and parachute? Yes, uh, in fact, my last few parachute auction was on basilic. So my remainder, my leftover, because I put so much on kill, and I bought about maybe 2 or 3 more Kusama. So I couldn't choose one. I couldn't buy calamari on Kraken. That annoys me. So I just went basilic. So basilic is basically a lot of DeFi staking, liquid pooling, like every other ones. But it shows. I think what they've done is they've got quite developed community, and they are if they win the parachain auction, they will release their liquid pool, the wallets and everything pretty quick. I think I'm talking about the next 6 weeks. So that's why I went up for them. Any developers that will release things quickly and get it done out and get adoption, that's why I like. I'm not saying that it's going to be the next big thing. I'm not sure. I'm more bullish on Kilt, but I did give Basilic a try. That was like my fifth wheel. Okay. I'm going to see. Yeah, I think Lenny, it's good. Lenny and PG are there. They are a good conversation here. I only hold Ethereum, Bitcoin to reduce my losses. Yep, it's good. I used to hold other coins and took profits and moved away from Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yep, that's good. I think we're talking about exchange. I'm very interested in exchange. Lenny, so buy on Coinbase and transfer to Kraken. Yes, you can buy on. No, wrong. Buy on Coinbase Pro and then transfer to Kraken, or buy Kraken fee. buy on Coinbase Pro. Again, buy on Coinbase Pro. Don't buy anything on Coinbase. Why? Because Coinbase Pro is way cheaper than Coinbase. Coinbase Pro, if when you are on iOS like me, when you download Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, when you log into one of them, any one of them, they will be married. They'll be linked. And you can transfer. You can put money in Coinbase and transfer it to Coinbase Pro. Do buy your coins on Coinbase Pro and then throw it back to Coinbase. That's all you do. I'm sure I was going to do a video about it, but I didn't do it because there are like 50 other guys who've done the video on YouTube already. So go and check it out. Coinbase to Coinbase Pro, how to reduce fees on YouTube and do that. Don't buy on Coinbase, buy on Coinbase Pro. And then you can move it back to Coinbase and then shoot it off the Kraken. That's what I do. Madeira cake, how are you doing? Sounds delicious. Madeira cake. Can BTC get to 200 by the end of the bull market? Well, end of this year, I doubt it. I think maybe 8,000, 90,000 by the end of the year if we have gone on the steroid bullish run in Q4. 200k, no. But I think if we do have another correction, let's say in 2024, 25, another crash, another financial crash, who knows, 2025, BTC will hit 200k. Because again, like I said early on, as long as every government prints money, we will devalue our cash holdings. Crypto will be on the up. So that's my point. So it will get there eventually. It depends on the situation because it's a holder value coin. Okay. So yeah, training Andy about elongate. I'm okay. Just spend a small elongate. Exactly. Just spend. Who knows? You might go up. Yeah. Nobody knows. Nobody knows it might go up. So buy a bet. Nothing wrong with it. 100 like me. Bought 100. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna hold Safe Moon for as long as I can. It's on my trust wallet. It's gonna do whatever it does there. Anybody wants to give me more Safe Moon? Go ahead. Jasmine, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know it's already 9:37. And guys watching record, I hope that the first 35, 40 minutes is useful. And Q&A is always useful. I want to speak to folks, but I really appreciate you guys coming on the time to share your views, to share your views. And again, I think Lenny needs to come to the show with me next time. Lenny, do you want to come to the show with me? It helps, Thanks for sharing, things that we're in sync. Yes, Coinbase Pro, he agrees to get the fees down, to get the fees down. That's really good. Yeah, so hey, thanks guys for contributing. Lenny for contributing, helping our other member PG as well. And Sherish is asking very nice question there. Sherish, hello, how are you doing? It's first time I've seen your name, but thank you very much for joining. Hey Alex, totally new to coins. Where do I begin? Yeah, open up. I'm gonna be here for another 2 hours. So I'm sure Lenny will help as well. Lenny's been talking. So totally new to coins. Don't worry. I believe coins, people used to laugh at it about 3 months ago, but I think coins should be essential for a family investor. That's why I brought it back in. I believe it strongly. Coins, I will start low. There's two exchange I use. Make it easy. Coinbase is one I use. Make it easy, make it stable. And if any first two coins you want to buy, like Lenny has said it earlier, Bitcoin and Ethereum, make it easy. Okay, some people like Cardano, it's up to you, but Bitcoin or Ethereum will be my buy. So if you hear anything about buying the dip, those two coins are first to buy. Then after that, go to altcoins. Okay, altcoins means alternative coins. So alternative coins, I can give you a quick shout out, is Solana, Polkadot, Terra Luna, Cardano, and AVAX. I think these are the 5 altcoins, the high growth altcoins, which could still 10x, which could still 15x. But if you're looking for furthermore higher risk, if you want to play around with $100 or $150, then you can go to CoinMarketCap. Okay, CoinMarketCap.com. That's the link. And what I do on CoinMarketCap is you can see the ranking order. It's beautiful. Anything from 12 to 50, it's a good hypergrowth equivalent, hypergrowth coin. If you want growth coins, it's number 3 to number 12. That's what I say. And in fact, I'm going to be doing a video about portfolio diversification next few days. It's actually recorded. I just have to edit it, and hopefully I can let it out on Thursday or Friday. So it should be there. So Sarish, hang on. You should get a video to see how to diversify your crypto portfolio. So hopefully the video will help you. I think it should help you pretty much. So this week, I promise it'll come up this week. Okay. And Lenny, I would not mind if you add me. Yeah, I don't know how to bring people in, but something we can, let me see, invite. Yeah, I suppose we can do it next session, but I'm because I use StreamYard, I don't even know how to bring guests on the show. It's pretty complicated. I need emails and stuff, but email me. Email me. Maybe we can get something next time we speak about crypto. I'll give you my email address. I think there's another member called Simon Does Investing. Maybe I can get you guys on the show and let's get a 3-way session and chat. So yt@gmail.com. So Lenny, that's my email. Give me a shout next live stream, maybe next week. I'll give you a shout, and also Simon Does Investing, and get you guys on the show. Let's talk about stocks and let's talk about cryptos. I want to see your point of view. I think it's nice for the viewers to see everyone else as well. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Dipesh, for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you, Alien, for coming. Thank you all for coming on last minute. I hope this is helpful. 1 hour 11 minutes. So I'm gonna get my next video all ready up. But I hope you do find it useful. And please click like and subscribe. And for you guys watching at home, please do check out the last video on Dark Trace if you find it useful. I think Dark Trace was I got lots of good comments early on that folks found it really good. So again, risk transfer, Coinbase. I'm still bullish on AMD and Nvidia. Mover is my next 100x stock. No video yet, but I thought I'll just share it. Hopefully a video in future. I'm still bullish about Ethereum. Cardano for staking. A huge bullish on Polkadots. Kusama. That's me. Simple, easy. That's my conviction. That's my commitment. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Bye. Oh, wait. John, please answer my question. I've not seen your question, John. Oh, it's gone. Is it gone? John. I feel bad if I don't answer a question, as you all know. I can't see John's question. Okay, right.